Hey everyone, North Central here. Thanks for tuning in. It's always appreciated. I want to go through a little bit of a story that happened to me that was kind of a tragic little ordeal. My phone last week decided that it wasn't going to work anymore. And what happened was I was at work. It was Monday morning. And I always wear my phone on my hip in its little holster. And it was ringing, so I pulled it out to answer it. And I couldn't get the screen to come on. It was just dark. So no matter what I did, I tapped it and tried to push stuff and try to restart it and everything. It just would not come on. So it just so happens that right across the street is an AT&T store. So I took my phone over there to see if they could do something. And so I got into the store and met the guy and gave him my information and whatnot so he could look at the phone, and he plugged it up. And he immediately came back with, well, you didn't buy insurance on your phone, so it's pretty much a new phone. You know, these screens, sometimes they just stop working and we don't really know why. And I'm just looking at him real funny. And I'm like, well, how much does a new phone cost? He goes, well, it's going to be the newer i5 and it's going to be around $300 to $400. And I'm just thinking to myself, are you serious? Really? But at the same time, I was really kind of in a bind because I didn't have what was in this phone and what this phone does to me. I mean, I've become glued almost to my phone like a lot of us are. You know, these phones are really great. I mean, they're not just phones anymore. They're mini computers, you know, they're iPads. They play videos and you play video games on them. And, you know, they browse the web and they're really a great big part of our life. And now mine wasn't working and this guy wanted to charge me $300 or $400 to get a new phone, $300 or $400 that I didn't personally have. So I walked out of the store really pretty disappointed. And I went all through the day without having my phones. My contact informations, or actually my contacts, my phone numbers, my emails, didn't have the ability to text people, didn't have the ability to socialize or get on Facebook. I didn't have the ability to look up, get onto my credit card sites. I didn't have the ability to look at my bank statements. I didn't have anything. So it was a rough 8 hours at work. So I finally came home and I handed my phone to my oldest son, who was kind of an iPhone guru type of person. And he said, well, let me see what I can do. So he took it apart. When I mean he took it apart, the phone was laying on the table and he had parts scattered all the way around it, almost a foot. So he put it all back together and crunched everything down and whatnots and broke the battery. So now I was like, oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. He broke the battery, I can't get my phone to turn on now. So I went to eBay and ordered me a battery. It was about $5, and I even sent the tools and stuff for him, but the problem was that it wasn't gonna come in until Friday or Saturday later in that week. So I went all week long without my phone. And believe me when I say it was pretty tough. I couldn't do anything. And the biggest thing was that the contact informations and the emails and the phone numbers, that was what I really missed the most, because I use my phone a lot for my job to look up this and look up that and call this person and see how this is going to react over here, and I didn't have that ability. So it really cut down on my ability to do my job. Now, this is all very ironic because a few days just before my phone went dead or broke, I ended up watching a video by a subscriber that I'm subscribed to, and it's Scooch00. And he did a video where he was saying, put your contact information and stuff that's stored in your phone, make a hard copy of it. And I said, well, that's a great idea, I'll have to do that. Well, 2 days later, I found out why it's such a good idea. Now, thankfully, my battery came in, I had my son put it in for me, and now, of course, my phone works just fine. But it's still there. We can drop our phone and break it. It can just go suddenly dark and bad. We can drop it, in water. Anything can happen. And these phones are a big part of, like I said, our lives. I mean, they do a lot of things for us. Technology is a wonderful, wonderful thing. However, technology also fails. So I'm going to try kind of tell you what Scooch00 said in his video. Make a hard copy of the information that you have on your phones so that you have it, because one day, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, your phone quits, the technology fails, you will have a hard copy of it. Get a notebook, get a pocket pile notebook, whatever you can, or go out and get yourself a telephone address book such as this. And if you can see, I've already started, well, get to a page that actually got some writing. I've actually already started filling this out with the information in mind. Now, I've got a lot of numbers and stuff in my phone, a lot of emails, a lot of phone numbers, a lot of contacts, and it's going to take up a lot of this book. But that's why I got a big book and not one of the little tiny small ones. So go through your phone, make a hard copy of it, and this is North Central. Till next time, thanks for watching.